First, the top news headlines. Noble profession of doctors shouldn't be sullied for certain dissatisfaction, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Chief Minister N. Biren flags off walkathon as part of Eat Right Mela 2021. Government orders ex gratia payment of Rs 50,000 to next of kin of deceased persons due to COVID-19. "82nd Nupilan Observation Committee demands clarification from BJP Mahila Morcha on use of BJP leaders' photos in Nupilan Day Memorial observance banners within 5 days. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren has urged those in medical profession not to carry out any activity that can malign the image of noble and high-standing profession of doctors, which is regarded as the second god because of some personal dissatisfaction. He was speaking at the 14th Foundation Day of Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, JNIMS, organized by JNIMS family at its auditorium today. The Chief Minister further exhorted doctors to discharge their duties diligently and honestly and urged them to keep the trust people have in them. He also expressed desire to set up gardens in the surrounding areas of the institute. On the other hand, the Chief Minister highlighted the health schemes introduced by the centre and the state government for the welfare of the needy. He stated that Rs 5 lakh and Rs 2 lakh financial support to help meet medical expenses is being provided to the people under Ayushman Bharat and state CMHD scheme respectively. These schemes taken by the BJP-led government is the evidence of the fact that the government is working for the welfare of the people and the betterment of the society. The party will never break the trust of the people, Chief Minister N. Biren added.
Honorable Prime Minister ki magi paikalai health ki mari laina ba mayam se so oxygen plant si kuch khatu noi mayam wa ki do in dum ba mayam do ni oxygen plant oxygen laita bagi cylinder laita bagi doctor machine wat bagi nurse machine wat bagi ana songna ba ya da sang ya da bagi adagi mi mapana le ramba Manipuri mi lising ni fu yang khai satla satri sin do puru la pagi sokna bu su ya da ba bus ka mu por kani madu mu quarantine center separate quarantine center da mu thamani madu ki treatment mu to bali cha na mu ki sas you pass it sathina second wave to ko wa ki me ana do bi da I would like to appreciate the whole the health workers, all the health workers.
The Chief Minister inaugurated SBI JNIMS branch, oxygen plant, e-office, JNIMS website and an inventory management system on the occasion. A magazine of JNIMS name Nongyin was released and prizes were also distributed to some selected students of different departments. With an aim to promote balanced diet and regular exercise for a healthy lifestyle, Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren flagged off Eat Right Mela 2021 and Walkathon today. The two-day fair was flagged off from Directorate of Health Services Manipur and culminated at City Convention Centre. The fair was organized by Directorate of Health Services. Hockey Olympian KSH Thoiba and Asian Games medalist L. Tiken led the walkathon, which was participated by around 500 people comprising people from National Cadet Corps, Asha and Anganwadi workers, nursing college and students from different schools. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Biren said the main objective of the fair is to promote healthy diet for a healthy lifestyle. Among the various health schemes launched by the state government, Chief Minister's Health for All is one of the key schemes. The Health Department has set up a mobile team to check food licensing issued by Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, he said. A food safety team, including the Director of Health Services, has started checking for health standards of different edible items sold at the major markets of Imphal. He asserted that steps also have been taken up to adopt organic farming to avoid using chemical fertilizers.
Sini, ako'y na tawrisi adun na ako'y noji pasai kari yaugdabasing ako'y madugi mobile team ako'y health department gisu leire aduga food safety gi team tongan leire kan madu mayam dukan khangde kari khangde ako'y loino check to buja howi direct masai yaurga sasu salaga check tawi aduga madug modo ako'y allow to roi number adagi number second da ako'y kaino se health priority ako'y government gi huji health ni ako'y na pirai se health for all no ji tawrei ba yum kuding changa check tawrei ba loina na sigi diet afaba maroi na ako'y slowly ako'y gi chemical fertilizer insang napi sing the scenery ba low the scenery ba si mayam se koi organic on na gi step ba matam ni khar changani but we are doing it. Thank you.
The Governor of Manipur, in an order, has announced that an ex gratia assistance of Rs 50,000 will be provided to the next of kin of the deceased due to COVID-19, subject to course of that being certified as COVID-19 death. The order was released in pursuance of the guidelines for ex gratia assistance to next of kin of the deceased by COVID-19, issued by National Disaster Management Authority on September 11, 2021. The order stated that the ex gratia assistance shall be provided by state from State Disaster Response Fund (SDRF), the District Disaster Management Authority (DDMA) or District Administration would disburse the ex gratia assistance to the next of kin of the deceased person. The concerned families have to submit their claims through an application form or claim form issued by the State Disaster Management Authority along with specified documents, it said. This application form can be obtained from the office of the Deputy Commissioner or Chairman, District Disaster Management Authority, and should be submitted at the office of the concerned sub-divisional magistrates after duly verifying the documents. The district administration shall notify and depute officials as required for release of the ex gratia assistance to the next of the kin of the deceased. The payment shall be disbursed through Aadhaar link direct benefit transfer procedure, the order stated. The 82nd Nupilan Observation Committee demanded BJP Mahila Morcha to clarify on the use of photos of BJP leaders in banners of Nupilan Day Memorial Observance organized by the Morcha, allegedly politicizing the observance within 5 days and warned of launching intense agitation against the Mahila Morcha if it fails to comply with the same. Speaking to media persons at a press conference held at the office of PPCM at Wahengbam Lekai, advisor of the committee, Ima Y. Lyric Lema, said many politicians and different political parties had ruled the state. However, such conduct, which shows utter disrespect to the brave women who fought in the Nupilan, has never occurred in the past, affirming that the committee has no relation whatsoever with any political party and will never form any ties in future to. Ima Lyric Lema maintained that the mothers will not tolerate any conduct which attempts to disrupt the history and the supreme sacrifices made by the brave mothers. Urging BJP Mahila Morcha to clarify on the same within 5 days, she cautioned of launching intense agitations if the party fails to comply.
Sahile sang sina pangthok na lak pamatamda kana gumamatana ima singi mayok ta thabak tamde mahela masagi pasina ima singi mayok ta maira baibi malem sida muthatna bagi manipur gi leimai dagi muthatna ba konarak pa haisia mahela masagi pasina numi mangani gi manung da sengdorak ta taradi ima singna manipur miang da konana mahela masagi mathata hongjang kaya changsalakani haibase mahela masana numi mangani matampiri sida mapangang kanba party ni haidana sengdorak ta taragadi Imar Singh akan balanting na kani haibase Mahila Morcha ne jan tarakanda Imar Singh sina tamjara ibase ima leiba Manipur gi isa isu kana bagi damakta punsi ka tho agala ki base mang na bahona ra pamibu akoi latarai na tharmoi akoi su thawai mangi ba chu yai.
The Aigi Imung BJP Gi Imung campaign was launched at Sangayum Pomlamding and Samaram village in Kangabok Assembly constituency. Large number of people endorsed their support to BJP intending candidate of the constituency, Manjor Mangang, on the occasion. Speaking on the occasion, Manjor said peace has been restored in the state in the past few years under the leadership of Chief Minister N. Biren. He sought the support of the people to ensure that BJP gets absolute majority in the upcoming general elections of the state and to elect a BJP MLA from the constituency.
BJP na matam khara shasan tawira kusida ekhoina ure madudi lepaksigi shanti raksagi pibam yamna pagale niyamna pamba adugumba shasan sarkar ama habududi oire khoi samchana ngasi khangjare aduna makha tana lakadoriba 2022 da pangthokadoriba election sida vote sida niyamna mukhanna BJP gi nuksibiduna BJP da vote pibiduna bagi absolute majority oiba sarkar ama sembada niyamna soyok pibiu mateng pangbiu.
Social activist of Manipur, Sapam Lalit, has been conferred with honorary causa doctorate award by Commonwealth Vocational University, Kingdom of Tonga. The award was presented to Sapam Lalit at a convocation program held at Hotel Radisson in New Delhi today. Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Dr. Ripu Sinha, Advisor of Quantum University, Professor A.K. Khare, were among those who attended the program. Lalit is currently the Chief Functionary of Holistic Vista Substance Use Disorders Treatment Center, located at Ningthemcha, Karong. He has been working against drug menace for more than a decade and has been providing rehabilitation to many drug users. Members of 7 self-help groups of Uchathol village form under Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission MSRLM today organized a cleanliness drive at playground of Uchathol Pioneer Club. Taking part in the cleanliness drive, member of active women self-help groups Hijam Bimolini said 7 self-help groups of the area organized the cleanliness drive to keep the lawn playground of the area neat and clean. Now we have a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Yung palaga ita yaugdaba migi paisa tonba paisa yamna mangba itil inaw nusinadaba yung panbada ayat papiba haksang fattaba lairik laisuda ayat papiba yeknaba yamna layba amadi laibak yamna thiba asi koknaba isagi kuthi yengthokpiyu kuthi yengba numit singdi irai thangja numaizing el thoiba astrologer mafam pasoi part 3 main road.
Lengshin Biru MSMY Enterprises Aluminum Iron and Steel Engineering Glass House Ta Aluminum Window Door Partition SCP Seat Structure Glazing False Ceiling Steel Railing Staircase Asinachingba Makhal Kudimaki Design Sing Pangbigani Mafam New Chakon near Oren Hotel Imphal East 795005 Manipur. Contact number 700-5541-399. WhatsApp number 7085-157.
Welcome back. India registered 7,145 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, 4.1% lower than yesterday. With these fresh cases, the overall coronavirus tally in the country has mounted to 3,47,33,194. Meanwhile, 289 succumbed to the COVID-19 infection, pushing the country's toll past 4,77,150, according to the data released by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare today. India's active caseload stands at 84,565, even as the total active cases declined by 1,850 in the last 24 hours. Moreover, a total of 8,706 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, bringing the total recoveries over 3.41 crore across the country. With this, India's recovery rate now stands at 98.38%. Meanwhile, India has administered a total of 62,06,244 doses of COVID vaccine in the last 24 hours, which took the total tally of vaccine doses 136.66 crore across the country. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization (WHO) said on Saturday that the Omicron coronavirus variant has been reported in 89 countries and the number of cases is doubling in 1.5 to 3 days in areas with community transmission. Omicron is spreading rapidly in countries with high levels of population immunity, but it is unclear if this is due to the virus' ability to evade immunity, its inherent increased transmissibility, or a combination of both, the WHO said in an update. The agency designated Omicron a variant of concern on November 26, soon after it was first detected, and much is still not known about it, including the severity of the illness it causes. There are still limited data on the clinical severity of Omicron, WHO said. More data are needed to understand the severity profile and how severity is impacted by vaccination and pre-existing immunity, it added. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today led the foundation stone of the 594-kilometer Ganga Expressway in Uttar Pradesh, Sahajanpur district. Starting near Bizauli village in Meerut, the expressway is till Judapur Dandu village in Prayagraj, which will pass through Meerut, Hapur, Bulandsar, Amroha, Sambhal, Budaun, Sajahanpur, Hardoi, Unnao, Raebareli, Pratapgarh and Prayagraj districts of the state. According to reports, upon completion of work, it will become the longest expressway of Uttar Pradesh, connecting the western and eastern regions of the state. The 6-lane expressway, which is expandable to 8 lanes, will be built at a cost of over Rs 36,230 crore, a 3.5-kilometer long airstrip for assisting emergency takeoff and landing of Indian Air Force planes will also be constructed on the expressway in Sajahanpur. An industrial corridor is also proposed to be built along the expressway. A new generation nuclear-capable ballistic missile, Agni-P Prime, was successfully flight tested from the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of Odisha today. According to government official, a lot of new features have been added to the nuclear-capable strategic missile Agni Prime during this test. The missile test met all its mission objectives with a high level of accuracy. The nuclear-capable Agni-P was first successfully test-fired by the Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) on June 28 this year. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh congratulated the DRDO for the successful flight test and expressed his happiness at the excellent performance of the system. Agni-P is a new generation advanced variant of the Agni class of missiles. Continuing his tirade against Hindutva, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi today said Hindutvawadis were directly responsible for the rising inflation, pain and sadness in the country. Speaking at a public rally in his former bastion Amethi in Uttar Pradesh, Rahul Gandhi said the battle is between Hindus and Hindutvawadis. If Hindus believe in Satyagraha, Hindutvawadis believe only in Satyagraha, political greed, he said. Rahul Gandhi, along with party general secretary and his sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, arrived in Amethi, making this his first visit to Amethi in 2.5 years after losing the Lok Sabha election from the seat in 2019. Hitting out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he said while the Prime Minister takes dip in the Ganga River, he keeps mum on issues such as unemployment. He said the central government remains busy in marketing to divert public attention from important issues. At least 23 people have been killed in the strongest typhoon to hit the Philippines this year, officials said on Saturday, with alarming reports of destruction on islands that bore the brunt of the storm. More than 3 lakh people fled their homes and beachfront resorts as Typhoon Rai ravaged the southern and central regions of the archipelago, knocking out communications and electricity in many areas, ripping off roofs and toppling concrete power poles. As per media reports, it emerged over the South China Sea on Saturday and was headed towards Vietnam. More than 18,000 military, police, coast guard and fire personnel will join search and rescue efforts in the worst affected regions, report added. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. Government orders ex gratia payment of rupees 50,000 to next of kin of deceased persons due to COVID-19. And 82nd Nupiland Observation Committee demands clarification from BJP Mahila Morcha on use of BJP leaders' photos in Nupiland Day Memorial Observance banners within 5 days. With that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.